Hello everybody, welcome back to Black Desert Online. Continuing on, obviously we've just created our character and we've taken our first steps into Black Desert Online. Now, there'll be a series of screens like an intro. It'll ask you to accept a quest. It's going to ask you to run down here using W, and it's going to ask you to press T. It's going to ask you to press R when you get down here to interact. Jarrett here. I don't feel like I need to spoon feed you guys that now. Something that I'm going to kind of just show you guys before we set off doing anything. First of all, let's take a look at the UI. I'm not going to dig into everything massively in depth, but let's just kind of start in this top left corner here. There's a lot going off. Now, some of this you won't have yet. The tent you'll get later on. This I don't actually have access to myself yet, because I haven't actually made it fairy. This is going to come to us as we continue going through the game as well. This is the pets. I'll talk about those in a second. This is the worker list. Again, I'll talk about that later on. That's probably going to be the next episode that we actually talk about workers after we reach the first kind of town where they become relevant. And we have residents, which again is kind of going to be at the same kind of time as that. Now above here is something a little bit more important for us right now. We have the usual health and then your expendable resource. I think it's stamina for the guardian. And then above here we have skill points. So you can see the percentage that you are to your next skill point. This levels independently of the actual level of your character. For a total of 4,000 if you want to max out all of the skills in your character. This isn't usually necessary, but just bear that in mind. Next to them we have energy. This will probably start at 0 or 1. I can't remember exactly how it starts now. It's been a while since I kind of had a fresh start in Black Desert. But basically this will rise as you gain knowledge around the world. So you'll already be gaining knowledge. Basically each time you talk to a new NPC, each time you kill a new type of enemy or enough of a new type of enemy, you have a chance of gaining knowledge each time you kill one of those enemies you've never fought before. Exploring new areas, crafting new materials, and from quest rewards as well, you'll get XP towards your energy. I don't know why it doesn't display a percentage like the others, but basically just playing through the game is going to raise the capacity of how much energy you have. You recover 1 energy per minute, and obviously I've just kind of been sat here pondering about how I wanted to introduce everything to you guys, so I've been here for 10 minutes just kind of thinking about it. Across from that then we have contribution points. This is accrued, I don't want to say in a similar manner to energy, but basically as you do quests. So if I were to bring this up now, that's not going to show me there. Have we got some? Have we got some? Have we got some? That's going to be speed. That actually gives us some energy there. Look. That's kind of cool. I'm trying to find the symbol for you guys now. It's going to look rather embarrassing. Sorry about this. There are different kind of reward icons. There was one. So where you see this badge as a reward on a mission, which is the majority of the missions, weirdly enough. I just don't know why I couldn't find any just there. That means you're going to gain some experience towards how much contribution points you have. I'm not going to delve too deeply into this, just bear in mind this is what helps you when you want to do anything life skill or economy based and just makes things a little bit easier for you. So with those explained then, we don't need to do anything with them right now. I just want you to be aware that they're there. And we are going to be continuing on with the quest. Now if you ever feel like you don't quite know where to go, good thing that you can do, because I can turn it off right here, right? And you might be kind of miles down the road. You can just press the same arrow that I just used to take that off to show you where to go. This can also be used to reset that line if the pathing becomes confused. What I mean by that is, obviously if I press R, it is like I move there without using any hands. I stop right at the NPC. And I can just press whatever I want. Now, if you move over long distances manually and then press R, sometimes it can become confused and it kind of has like a weird situation where it wants to take you back the way you came just to get back on the route to where you're going. Like that one there is kind of a bit weird, right? And so you can use that to kind of deselect where you were going and then reselect it. Sometimes it just wants you to right click on this to actually do the mission. So just look out for when it actually says that it's just summon the Black Spirit. Don't worry about any of this quest that might pop up here. I'm not going to be using any of these anyway because I think some of these are quite late game ones. Obviously we've just got a first piece of gear, right click on it, that's going to be good. And this is something I'm going to talk about in a second. So, in fact I'm going to talk about it now. Okay then, so talking about rewards. I always prefer using the escape menu to get to this. So we have our little selection just here. And the one that I want to point out the most is challenge. We'll go through all of these though, might as well go through everything. Now, I've already claimed mine for today, but at the top you'll have one that says loyalty. You're going to want to claim that, and we'll take a look at that in a second. There's some goodies in there, I'll show you where they are, but I highly recommend you save most of them for later. So, I mean, if you do want something that's going to make you level really, really fast at the beginning, you can do that. But the levels themselves don't do much for you, and I feel like it's better to save them when you are kind of in the like 50 region in terms of level. So we're going to save those for a little bit later on. And at the bottom here, you'll have it's like a daily Mercenary Scroll, which is where we get this from. You get one a day. It's important to make sure you claim it every day, so you can make sure you keep on stacking them up. And the reason for that is because you can see there the effect is 200% experience for 60 minutes. Now, if you look at the bottom, the text also says we can use Simple Alchemy, which is as simple as pressing L and go to the right page, to combine 3 of these to give us 600%. And this stacks with some of the other scrolls we're going to be using. So this is going to make it so that the final levels feel a bit more reasonable. It's basically like levels 1 through 50, maybe 52 feel pretty quick. Once you hit that point, everything kind of slows down really, really rapidly, and so you're going to want to save some of this stuff. But then, rather than using it early on, when you're already going to be leveling rather quickly. So just select that one. There'll be 4. I think it's usually the second one in, because I think there's like a 100% for 2 hours, but you want the high density one. Let's call it that, right? So with rewards spoken about there, then you're also going to have, let's bring this back up, rewards currently anyway. We have the Black Spirit safe, which is where kind of a lot of your rewards end up going. You can extract stuff out of here into your inventory, or you can just leave it in there and have it be claimed whenever you like. Obviously I'm not using anything like the value packs that we've got in here or any of this stuff, just because I don't know what you guys will have active. If it's anything like it is right now, you should actually have a value pack. I think it's like a 2-week one from the beginning of when you start. So you'll get some bonuses anyway. The biggest bonus to this, if I remember rightly, is that it allows you to keep on changing your skills over, so you don't need to be final on all of the skill points that you spend in. In fact, nope, it's the book. There we go. So you should get one of these as well, basically, which just lasts whilst you're playing, which is quite nice. So in addition to that, then currently, and I'm assuming this is an event as it says, every 30 minutes, 3 times a day, you can roll some dice and get some extra rewards. Make sure you're taking advantage of that if you're playing kind of at the date when I get this uploaded, which will be the 11th. And then of course we have mail, where sometimes developers just email you goodies because they've been down or had maintenance for longer than expected or something like that. So I feel like that is enough with setup, some basic overview things, where to find your rewards when you need them. Just so you know, your daily stuff's going to come in here as well. Like this is my like daily payout thing. So if you come over to, if you press P on the keyboard, I don't know what it's on the character and stuff. As you level up, as you gain in life skills, as you gain knowledge and contributions, these all give you like a score, and these scores all give you like a certain amount of silver per day. You accumulate this when you log off as well. So if you have like a couple of weeks off, you come back to a nice little stash of money, which is kind of nice. I've just left mine in there, so it's just building up over time, which is quite cool. I think that is everything we need to say before we set off. I can't think of anything else. If there's anything I've missed, and you have to be someone that's more experienced, let me know down in the comments if there's anything that you would recommend that I'd have said. And we are going to set off. We're going to do this first quest together, but then after that, I'm basically just going to say we're doing this quest, going to set off, kill some stuff, and then come back in. You guys don't need to see every swing we make, right? So this is as simple as kill 10 foxes. So we're going to come over here. Whoa, come on. And we're going to swing our axe at some foxes. Apparently, it's a pretty slow class. As you can see, because we're such a low level in the way that this Olvia server's working, killing 10 foxes basically gets us level 5. Lovely. For all that I can imagine, this is really tempting for people. I wouldn't spend too much time around here. You don't need to farm levels per se. The deceptive thing is that levels don't really give you damage. Like there is like a scaling, like if an enemy is incredibly higher than you, you won't be able to hit it properly. But so obviously we're just coming to these quest areas. I'm just going to spam the action button so that we can just get through these, and then we're just going to press R so it'll follow the path. But anyway, as I was saying, oh, I've completely lost my train of thought now because I was what I was doing. But So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically levels don't give you attack power. Instead, if you come into here, like you can see, this is our actual attack power, and it's directly relative to our stats here, right? So we got 6 to 10, which is probably giving us 7, 8, and we got 1 there. So that's somehow coming up to 10. That's giving us a pretty high score there, to be honest, out of what we're actually wearing. So let's come down here then. You're going to want to talk to the dude. I probably will do these bits, so where like you've got to interact with... don't bother going on that, don't know why I did that. But you've got to actually interact with stuff, maybe if it's a little bit obscure, maybe I'll keep that in. So you're going to interact with that. I'll skip this, don't need to watch it. I'm going to interact with you.
Gradually, experience will show you the way.
Again, we're just going to get through all this and then head on back out. Alright, all done. So, I'm going to get to the point where we're going to kill some tree spirits and some more wolves. And then that is going to be it. I should probably talk about pets as well. We'll do that when we get out there. So this is an element that some call one of the pay-to-win elements of the game. It is pay for convenience, and it is very convenient. So let me just show this for a second. So when I attack this wolf then... Oh, come on. We should see that we are... It's not showing me it. Come on. Yeah. Nice little example here. It's not really dropping anything. So usually, obviously, there'll be like little shiny bits above the enemies, which you'd have to manually collect. The pets in this game will collect them automatically for you once every 10 seconds at default. You can level them up high to make it every 4 seconds, and you can have 4 pets. So that's basically a free pickup every second, which basically works out that you won't need to loot anything yourself, which just basically makes everything way faster. I see it as very much pay for convenience. I don't think it's a win thing. They come out like £9 each, right? They're 900 pearls for the smallest ones. If I was to recommend you to get any, that it is the cat ones, because they give you life XP boosts, and it's hard to get that generally in the game. So this is going to help your crafting level up faster if you get a few cats. Apparently, apparently cat people are better at creating things. I obviously already have a few of these. This is going to speed up my personal kind of go through of the game. I do recommend that you do loot stuff though, as that is going to give you materials. I mean, in this case, it's just giving us something that's almost useless. But when you've got nothing, getting a bit of extra cash, and it's just going to be handy. Either way, with that done, then I'm just going to kill the rest of these, and we'll catch up in a second. Okay then, so wolves down, spirit. What's this? Let's go ahead and turn that in. Come here then, spirit. And we're just going to go to the next one. It should give us some inventory space. So just keep an eye out for the for these little bags. Just gives us some extra space in our inventory there. And now it wants us to go visit another friend. Let's go and do that. So again, you guys don't need to see me take every step here. I'm going to skip forward. We're going to be over here very shortly. Okay, so we've arrived at our destination. I'm going to go ahead and turn this in. I believe that blue one was skill XP, so we should have some extra skillage. And then basically it wants us to take back the wagon driver's silver from the imp soldiers. So as you'll see, the ones with the blue markers above their heads are the ones that we want here. Just fight them till you've got everything. Make sure you get the wizards. Should be easy. Okay, so with all this dead, we're going to go ahead and turn this in. I believe this black spirit wants us to kill a few more, so just be ready for that. No, it's in fact this guy. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and kill some more. Okay, so with all those dead, with those last few imps dead, then it wants us to move on. I was also lucky enough to pick up a new shield, which gives me 1 extra AP. So we've gone ahead and we've equipped that. And we're going to move on over to the camp, I believe, where we're just going to have a bit of a chat. So I'll see you guys over there. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn this part of the main quest in, and I've just realised that I actually need to say that we're not going to be touching any of the side quests just yet. Now, there's a big reason for this, and it sounds backwards, but it's true. And that is that the side quests give you... Let me see if I can show it on something. So I should be able to show it here. So you see these quests here? They've got the big yellow box around the edges. If I come here and I press on this symbol here means that it gives combat XP. Now, this combat XP is somewhat scaled dependent upon the level that you are. The reason this is important is because, like we were saying earlier, leveling from level 1 to like 50 is pretty easy. 50 to 56 gets challenging. From 56 and 57, like you might stretch to 57 on enemies. From 57 to 60 and 61, you are going to want to use quests to level the rest of the way up. There's a specific item we're going to be getting to make sure that we can do that properly, but we'll detail that later. But for now, we are literally just going to follow what the Black Spirit tells us to do, and we're not going to interact with... let's go with almost any other quest. There are a couple that we'll do because they give us... inventory slots. There were 2 pretty early in the game, but other than that, we are just going to literally follow the main story quest. Now don't worry, you're really not going to be missing out on anything like horrifically amazing XP wise. This is just going to be, I'm just going to move these out of the way so I don't get interrupted while we're talking to this NPC. So do the next bit. And then we've got another 20 steel imps. And we've got a new battle axe. Let's go ahead and equip that. See you guys in a second after we kill 20 imps. Okay then, so we're down 20 imps. Time to summon up a Black Spirit. We're going to go ahead, we're going to do that. Imp Stronghold wants us to go talk to Tiny Nose at the Imp Cave, so we will travel there. It's up to you guys if you want to kind of follow the road around or if you want to take a manual cut across, but I'll see you guys over there in a second. Okay then, so here we are in the cave. If you just run through like me, just be careful behind you. Some things do like to try and chase you. I'll just get through the dialogue really quickly, and then we're going to go ahead, run over this way, and we're going to interact with this. Yeah, it's going to give us an earring. Don't need anything else from you, and then we're going to head back out. You can do this a little bit manually, just because the NPC that we need is just on the right-hand side at the mouth of the cave. I mean, if you guys really want to kill some enemies in there, you can. The knowledge may well be good for you, but there's no real kind of impetus to do so. Entirely up to you guys. So do that. We've actually got a speed boost here. Yeah, we can't equip stuff while we're moving, so I'm going to have to wait until we get to the other end of this before we move on. I do have some tricks planned in the next episode. Is the next one? Probably the one after. We've got some tricks to do. We are going to be getting... There's an object called the Naru set, but I've worked out a few pieces that we can actually change out to give us a pretty decent advantage, which will speed things out. So as you can see, this wants us to kill another 50 imps in the zone that we're in right now. So I'm going to see you guys in a couple of minutes. Okay then, so with all of the imps down, being as this is on show right now, I can show you guys. You see this Dastard Deg, right? He is a world boss. We are going to leave him alone because he's probably going to be pretty big trouble for us. So anyway, with that mentioned, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the Black Spirit out here, who is probably going to have us do some more killing. Yes. So another bunch of imps. So I will see you guys after round 2. It's looking great. Get some better damage, anyway. So it's taking damage, really. Oh. We can like do sweep. That didn't quite work. Do sweep there. So that overhead's... No. How did we do it then? Okay, cool. Everything has been slaughtered yet again. Now we should be defeating the boss, Red Nose. This should be pretty easy, actually. So we need to go back towards the plinth that was near Dastard Beg over here. Need to make sure we don't get pushed off of this as well. Looks like someone's already been up there and made sure this is nice and clear for us, which is nice. Oh no, I went the wrong one. Of course I am. Oh, that's because I forgot. We need to talk to the NPC behind the tree first, that's fine. My bad. So we're going to pop over here. Might as well take you guys to the movie so we can see him. It's just over there. Look, nice little blue square in the distance. Got him so far. Been pretty fun, I have to say. I don't usually do melee, so it's a bit of a different pace for me. Cool. It's also worth noting that the previous quest gave us an inventory slot as a reward. So just make sure you use that don't want to teach you guys to suck eggs, but just want to make sure I've said it in case someone's like, you didn't say we were going to get this. But anyway, now we move over to here. Again, feel free to kill a few of these if you need to, but there's really no need. There's going to be an area where you can get some levels quickly enough, rather shortly anyway, so it's not a problem. Note that you can't do these boss fights in a party as far as I'm aware, so if you're having trouble with this, that can be a pretty significant cause for it, so just bear that in mind as you come on in. This is basically a one-on-one fight. This one is literally just kind of point and click, you should be pretty fine. As actually most of them are for a large portion of the story. It takes a long time before we actually get any mechanics or anything we really need to care about avoiding. Just gonna slam you down. Oh, red nose, where are you? Just because you can't really even interfere with anyone else's, so. Come on, Guardian, you're all good. Ooh, you actually knocked me down. I feel a bit bad. Damn it! Let's see, like, humans around it, it's hilarious. I wasn't expecting to need to actually even bother like avoiding anything. Let's get out of the way. There we go. There we go. I was just gonna try and be cocky and see you can just stand there. You can watch him die if you want, or you can just go ahead and come on. Just get that done like that. Keep the main quest coming in. Auto complete that extra thing just there like that. And we have a nice new shiny weapon. Very good. Turn this over here. I'm going to head over to Logia Farm. Which is also going to have a couple of side quests at it. And again, we're just going to leave them. Completely bypass them. We don't need to be doing them. So yes, we're just going to power on through. What time are we on? I mean, I've been recording for 30 minutes. I don't actually know how long this is going to be. I usually like to be 30 minutes. I guess we'll arrive at Velia and then continue from there. I'd actually plan to go further in the first episode, but I don't want it to be too long. Okay, so Logia Farm, turn it in with this guy. Main quest, let that continue. Both this guy and the guy behind will both have quests. Make sure you at least talk to them, but just don't do the quests again. You can see has the XP symbol. Also recovers some energy for you, but you shouldn't really be using all that much of it right now. So yeah, just leave them as they are. We're going to progress back. We're going to go head towards the town, Velia. See you all there in a second.
Welcome to Velia.
Cool. So here we are at Hans. I think his name's Hans. Just exhaust all of his chat. He's got loads of stuff that he wants to tell you about. We don't need to care. And then it's going to pass us on to a new NPC just around the corner. Might as well stick with me for this one. We've got Old Man just here. This guy's pretty much the same. Make sure you kind of chat into him just here. If you have enough energy, you can spend energy on like an energy potion, which allows you to store it for later. It's up to you if you want to kind of do that. Continue the main quest. Wherever you see the chat, you should always give it a look. Sometimes there's just good stuff in here. Sometimes you get knowledge by spending energy on it as well. Just bear that in mind. Sometimes you're spending energy to get more capacity. That gives us another earring, which doesn't really help us that much. There's a bit of accuracy, which is okay, but just unrequired. And we get our first 1 million silver. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go down here. Now you're going to get directed down this way later anyway, but just in case you want to know what to do with that, come over to currency exchange, give it to this guy, and you'll have 1 million. I'm actually going to put that in my inventory because I want to keep track of how much money we have, because I don't want this character using more money than you may have gotten. So we are on 1 million right now. Of course, I have a few things to sell to an NPC as well, so I'm going to do that.
Look at that beauty. I made a good choice coming here. Look, the fishes are fresh.
So just get rid of it all. Wait, Max, please, thank you. One of the few things the game doesn't do that would be like ultra quality of life is transfer of your settings to different characters. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see Eileen. So here's where we're actually gonna do one of the quests. On the side quest immediately, because Eileen actually has an inventory slot for us. So we're gonna go ahead and confirm. Main quest continues, then we're going to get her side quest as well. I think it's new material we want. No, not new. So, no. Oh, slightly wrong. So, we're not going to do new material. We've already got the one with the bag. And you'll know when you've got the quest because this guy here will appear next to you. Talk to you. Like that, access your dialogue, and then it's just going to want you to come up here. Deal with a couple of these bugs. Like so. Come back down. Inventory slot. Okay. And a bit more cash as well. I don't know why that one looks bigger than the other one. It only gives 100k. That puts you on 1.1 million. Plus whatever you saw. Oh, all my sold stuff went into the warehouse as well. Oh well. This one just this character just have to live without it for now. Either way, next up then we go up the hill to this guy. Let's skip through all this. He wants us to talk to his friend. Come on. Yep. Whoa. I'm just accepting random stuff there now. Stop it. Into there. Then we talk to this guy. Yep. So take note of that building, so that's where we're going in a second. Black thing's going to be starting to grow soon. So we're going to here, talk to you. Chat in this lock. There you go. Let's head on down. Interact with goop on the floor. It's fine. Makes me laugh. Interrupt the table. Just exhaust it. It's up to you if you want to read all that. I'm just not about that life right now. Wait. No, that's it. Right, cool. Then we can just... do that. So we've got another one. So that's... I know we've got another 2. So we've got another 2 million. Just there. So plenty of silver to kind of see us over. Don't even look at the the open marketplace because some of the amounts of stuff on there is just insane. But the kind of NPC bought stuff isn't quite so bad. We're actually going to be taking advantage of that fairly shortly once we reach the next city, which is down in Hydel. When it comes to the map, by the way, so if you guys want to uncover more of the map, all you need to do is get to each of these nodes and discover the area, or talk to the node manager itself, and they'll just kind of uncover that part of the map for you. It's up to you.
May the grace of our Lord Elion be with you at all.
I still haven't uncovered every part yet. There's a lot to go. So yeah, then we're going to go ahead and talk to the guy at the door. Then we can do this. I don't know how much of this running around you guys want to see, just so that, you know. This is pretty good for like locational stuff. Sometimes there's some things that aren't necessarily obvious. But we're just clicking through everything here. You want to do this. And then we can go in here. Yeah, so here's a good example actually. So we're going to talk to the Innkeeper Bartali. Continue the quest. And then it's not entirely obvious that you are supposed to talk to this guy on the floor. So just so when you're coming over, you just have to make sure that you're kind of pointing at him. Like you see as we point over, you can see them highlighting the different ones. Highlight the guy on the ground, talk to him, and then we can come over to the barkeeper. When it comes to these juices, pick the one that is best for kind of your character and where it is right now. So you'll see this is going to increase health XP, we've got breath XP, so that's how far you can sprint, and we've got strength levels, so that's how much you can carry. So probably the best one, especially starting out, is probably going to be the health one, or probably the carry weight one, just because that's going to allow you to carry more stuff. And the bread is going to help with HP as well, so just bear that in mind. This brings me on to a subject then. So to increase, let's bring up a character screen here, just so I can show it to you guys before we close on out. So press P on your keyboard, you can bring up the character screen. Come over to this this battle stats one over here. You can see our breath has increased. That's because we've been running around. The more you're running around, the more that'll increase. You can actually do this AFK as well. The game completely allows you to do this. So it says set looped path. I could click here, put set looped path, and then it'll run to and from that area. As long as I just leave it on R and it doesn't get stuck on anything, then we'll gain stamina basically. haven't really done that. There's other things that you can do AFK. Some things are like for making money, other things are for gaining skills, all that kind of stuff. In addition to that, then we have strength. You generally increase this by carrying trade packs, which is basically the same thing but slower. So eventually you'll be able to craft one of those, just walk around and gain more carry capacity in terms of weight. This is an issue. Obviously we're not really filling ours up right now, so we're all good. I'm going to eat these like that. So you can kind of see the health just kind of gone up there, and for getting up for one level, get an extra 10 HP. It's nothing massive, but it's just worth knowing that it's there. Crystals, these can be slotted into armor and stuff. I usually just put them on the market so we can get some extra cash. So maybe just put that on the market and then give this character an extra 8k. And I feel like, so let's go to Bartoli. Let's get this done. So as you can see, there's going to be all sorts of stuff all over the place. Oh, whilst we're here, actually, something that you can pick up right now, and should, if it's still available. Whilst this is available, this is the Oasis Vendor. This has been on for a long time. I don't know whether this is going to become permanent or not. But something you should do for any character that whilst it's available is buy one of each of these boxes. This is a high level set of gear for later on in the game. And this is mostly good for alt characters more than anything. There's going to be a set of armor that we get later on. But you can get one set of it per family. Now you can transfer it between characters, but obviously if you've got one character that's kind of leveling and you want some armor for another one just so it can actually get around, this is just going to be handy for you. The other important thing to talk about in here right now are the meals. In particular, the simple cron meal, as you can see that right there, that gives us an extra 30 attack points against monsters, more combat XP, skill XP, and along with attack speed, cast speed, movement speed, critical hit chance, more HP, and all sorts of other goodies. There is no reason... Oh, I don't want that many. No reason not to buy a lot of these. I'm stocking up. We ain't running out. They barely even weigh anything as well at 0.1. Yeah, 0.1 weight. It's taken up half. That's fine. But we're going to get rid of some weight when we get rid of this gold in a minute. We have others in here as well. So this one's kind of more PvP. So this one is all generalized AP. So it's AP plus 8 instead of the 30 we get there. So this will work on players if you are kind of entering into that. That's going to be useful for you. And then this one is basically like this one, but for life skilling. So if you decide you want to do some cooking, pop one of these. You're going to get yourself some reduction in time and some extra XP as you're doing it. Really, really good. Also good for like all of the, basically everything. The extra weight limit's pretty nice as well on there when I look at it. So. But you get that there anyway. You can only have one. It's also worth saying as well, you can only have one of these meals active at once. And if you're receiving buffs from another type of meal, it will only be this meal that you'll have an advantage from. And as well as that, you can still use other meals to gain like to gain health XP, but you just won't get anything out of them. I think that's pretty much everything I need to say about the cron stuff. It's really, like I say, it's really handy. Just store the chests somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some gold over here. We're going to speak about the pets and the ones that I don't like as well. I'll probably end up doing a full episode on the pets. It's going to be expensive, but I'm going to just show how you upgrade them, and I'll upgrade one pet. That's probably all I'm going to do because it's too silly. Unless, of course, you're going to play a hell of a lot. In which case, it could be worth it for you. So, yes, that takes us to... We want to go to Bartoli. Let's just finish out here, so it's kind of like we're about to leave for some more fighting. At least. Doop doop doop. Let's go to Bartoli. It's all good. Kind of wanted to be in a position where we'd be looking at sorting the town out and gaining some workers and stuff. Something else as well, I almost forgot. When you're coming through here, you'll be like kind of running your viewfinder on the minimap over and you'll see loads of question marks. Question marks are people that you want to talk to. They are NPCs that you haven't spoken to yet. So for example, when you first come up here, you're not going to see all of this like it is right now. This guy here will be a question mark, for example. Just talk to him, get the knowledge of it, and that's just going to help your energy increase. There's so much to talk about in this game. It's really difficult to try and stay on track, right? So that's all good. This guy actually gives us a speed boost, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to book it on down here. So Emma Bartali is over at the farm. Let's go ahead and we'll do that. We're going to do like an hour's worth of recording, see how far it comes out. I'll skip over to where the farm is anyway. See you all in a sec. Okay, so we made it to the farm, talk to the lady. Move on to the next part of the quest. Chat with you, get some more knowledge if you want to. I believe... Is it this one? No, Belenos Forest. No, yeah, it is. Bartali Farm. I think this one. You can hire something here for 10 contribution points that allows you to go and farm a rather valuable item out here. So if you want to make some cash, you can do that. It takes a bit of a while, but yeah, it's a thing. Again, I'm going to try not to go into too much detail. Let's go back. Okay, so I said let's go back. What I meant was let's continue with the quest. In any case, this is actually going to bring us to one of the few... what do we call this? Like Crossroad Quests? So let's just do this. Here we are. Now the one you want to do here is the left one. This is the fastest one. So in terms of just wanting to get through things quickly, this is the one we do. Now, for other characters that maybe come through the game, you may want to do the other ones as well. That's because each quest has its own knowledge point associated with it, essentially. So maybe if you do 3 different characters, you want to do one of each. But for the sake of what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing the quickest ones. This is basically just kill 25 goblins, so I will be right back. Okay then, so quick update on the map. 25 goblins dead and he wants us to head to the north, so I just thought I'd let you guys know that's what we're doing. Meet you guys at the NPC. Okay, so with that turned in then, we can just go ahead and break some, what are we? Watchtowers and sculptures, where are we? Just heading further north now. How long are we on? 48 minutes. So we're doing okay. Let's just admit that I'm not the fastest to play as, but I just wanted to make sure that got as much of everything as I could. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and break some stuff. Right here. Okay, we're not bothered about anything else. Obviously, you guys can feel free to kill any extra enemies if you wish to. It will give you a couple of extra levels and stuff for now, but by the time we get to like kind of later on in the game, it's basically just going to be inconsequential. So it is up to you. Come on. Okay, quest objective complete, and we're going to summon the Black Spirit. Let's go. Yeah. Well done. There we go. On for the next boss, which remarkably it's going to be just like the last one. Oh, hello. You'll come to fight me, okay? Well, I'm not interested. See, that was one there. Look, the line got me confused. Look, so I ended up going a bit of a weird direction. We could have just gone up to the north. Just be aware of that. Sometimes you just want to make sure you're following the blue arrow. Okay then, so we're at the boss. Let's get this out. Come on. Join me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna break this down. It's got some like weird stuff going on. He gets to a point where he like kind of wants to like kneel down. I don't know exactly what it does because it's never gotten off, whatever it is. Let's not find out. Oh, it's a transformation. Okay. It's fine. I guess that could be interesting. Okay. Onward to the next one. Get a sprint on up there. It's going to take us down that way. I thought it was going to take us to the north. I was going to say. So we're close to the first area that you might consider grinding some levels, simply because it's fast there. Pick a wild flower. Ah, yes. I've got a new axe. Let's get that on. It's just going to make everything easier. There we go. Just make sure we got that on. So I'll keep this bit in just because it looks weird. Because it's literally just going to have us standing in the middle of a field. Like the thing's so bright, you can barely tell that there's a flower there. It's going to want us to press this again. Let's go. Straight up to our NPC. See you all there. Okay, so here we are in the corner with the cart. Talk to you. Don't necessarily need to climb up.
I'll surrender, I'll surrender!
Uh-huh, sure. Now it wants us to head to the north. Aha, here we go. So this is the first place that you might consider grinding. Now if I hit something, I should be able to show you guys why. If I hit this guy, like we're on 3%. Then we're on 12%. Now I'm on 18%, right? Everything here is just gonna be stupid XP. And the enemies aren't even all that difficult. So there's every reason to get over level 20 in here. Just because it's silly. And all I'll say is just attack stuff. I love this class. It's like being a Spartan. This part as well, so instead of running all the way around there, you can just kind of run over here if you want to. We're gonna have to come all the way back up anyway in a second, so don't worry too much about farming right now. So we're gonna do that. Then she's gonna want us to go in the cave. Just interact with the thing in the middle. She's gonna join us in here, and then we talk to you like that, and then we can go back out. I suppose I might as well equip the ring. I think it's just accuracy again. Yeah, which isn't an issue in PvE at the moment, really. So we'll be switching those out. It actually takes a really long time for us to get good accessories for a character. So if you're ever wondering what to buy from the marketplace in terms of what's going to do the best things for you, any accessory that increases your AP will be a sound investment, even if it's not the best or perfect thing to have in slot. Oh, got a stuff supply stone armor. I could do with weapon ones more than armor ones, but yes. Skill point gained. Right, so let's get inside here. I will catch you guys inside the castle. I'm just going to let this auto run over because it's a bit of a distance. So shortly after then, inside the castle, you're going to see all of these flashing. Don't get confused. You don't attack them. Go and interact with it, and then it's straight up the stairs behind here, where it's the same deal. I'm going to go ahead and interact with the dude just on this corner, and then it's going to take us back out. But yeah, this is if there's not too many players around here, this is a good place to get yourself some levels. Let me get down here. We're going to get sent back in a minute, so don't worry. Cool. Quest turned in. Next part. Talk to Eileen. Again. I've got some gloves in. Let's get some gloves on. There we go. Sorted. Right, now we can do it. Go to place. I told you to be. Oh, yeah. I've got some shoes now. So this one we have to climb a ladder, I think. It's right here. Speak to the guy. And then he's going to point to a piece of wall that we have to go to. I don't know what's going all the way around there, so we have to climb this corner. The music always sounds dead heavy and it's like do 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 do. Come on, climb on up. Let's go. Let's try with this. Cool, wake up on the other side. And then, where's the way out? Oh no, we have to use the scroll of remembrance, that's why. Use the scroll. What? There we go. Oh, what's wrong with it there? Come on. Yeah, cool. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to interact with you. Then we leave here. No. Summon Black Spirit, because then we're going to interact with the guy again. It's going to ask us to kill a few enemies first. Yeah, secure escape route by killing 6 enemies. Pick any 6, it's fine. It's you. Come on. Moves on this character just get cooler and cooler. Oh, we've now got a dash. Yes. Okay. Damn it, someone's a wizard. Unfortunately, wizards are just better at clearing everything. Are you a wizard? You look like a wizard. I'm just not going to get any kills near it. Don't leave me any. Come on. Dash is cool. Smash. It's just funny. Next time again. No, I need weapon ones. We don't need them yet, it's fine. Right. So we find the NPC who's just over here. Usually when I do this guy, the pathing wants me to go like backwards. But if we just cross ahead, forward. I mean, I could have killed that guy because he's one of the ones we need, but we'll just go this way. Unless, of course, he's in the way. That is the sage. Not even low level sage. What are you doing here? It's just be more of them. Sometimes people just want to get in your way. That was cool. How do I do that again? It's got a cooldown on it. Is that the cooldown? I don't always study the another blackstone armor. Oh, thank you. Dropping like candy. That's awesome. She's got loads of like gap closing moves. Cool, there we go. Now I can head on out. Let's go. We don't need to face all this right now. Instead, we'll drop it kind of where I want the episode to end now, which is going to be the end of this zone, which will be when we speak to this character. No one's going to hear this because I'm going to edit it out. Okay then, so we've run back out to this NPC just here. Skipping through all the quest stuff. We've got inventory to pick up from the Black Spirit. I'm going to end the episode here so that we can do some... well, so that the episode's not too long. I've been recording for an hour straight now, which is how long it's taken to get to this point. If I'm going to be like trying to be fair about kind of the amount of time it takes. The next one then we'll be headed back into Velia. We will be looking at setting up our first workers. So when you look here, these red ones here, I've got a worker on this thing doing some cool stuff for me. I'm going to show you guys how to get that first part of that set up. And getting you something that's going to be useful to you, whether you decide to use it or not. So hopefully this has been at least an entertaining episode for you guys, and I shall see you all again soon.